The political temperature in the United States is rising again, and this time it's an online post that has ignited a national backlash. U.S. President Donald Trump is facing sharp condemnation after sharing an AI-generated video on his Truth Social platform, a video Democrats are calling openly racist. The one-minute clip repeats debunked conspiracy theories about the 2020 presidential election, falsely alleging that Dominion voting systems helped steal the vote. But it's the imagery that has triggered outrage. In a brief segment of the video, former President Barack Obama and former First Lady Michelle Obama are depicted with their faces superimposed on monkeys, an image Democratic leaders say crosses a dangerous line. By early Friday morning, the post had already drawn more than 1,000 likes on Truth Social. The response from Democrats was swift and scathing. California Governor Gavin Newsom's office denounced the post in blunt terms, calling it, quote, disgusting behavior by the president, and urging every Republican to condemn it immediately. Former Obama advisor Ben Rhodes also weighed in, saying the video should haunt Trump and his supporters, adding that future generations would remember the Obamas as beloved figures, while studying Trump as a stain on American history. This is not an isolated incident. Since beginning his second term, Donald Trump has increasingly used hyper-realistic but fabricated images and videos to attack critics and elevate his own image. Last year, Trump shared an AI-generated clip portraying Barack Obama being arrested inside the Oval Office, later shown behind bars in an orange jumpsuit. In another post, he circulated an AI video depicting House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries wearing a fake mustache and a sombrero. As artificial intelligence blurs the line between reality and fabrication, critics warn these visuals are not just provocative, they are dangerous. And once again, America's political divide is playing out, not on the campaign trail, but on a screen. Since returning to the White House, Trump has come under fire from his opponents for leading a crusade against diversity, equity, and inclusion programs. One of Trump's first acts was to terminate all federal government DEI programs, including related policies in the military. Trump has time and again claimed that the 2020 election in which he lost to Democrat Joe Biden was stolen.
You know, they rigged the second election. I had to win it. Had to win it. I needed it for my own ego. I would have had a bad ego for the rest of my life. Now I really have a big ego, though. Beating these lunatics was incredible, right? What a great feeling. Winning every swing state, winning the popular vote. The first time, you know, they said I didn't win the popular vote. I did, but they said. So they'd always say, would always thought they'd introduce me. While Donald Trump did not win the popular vote, you know, I'm sitting up being introduced by a Democrat or somebody. And they say, why Donald Trump did not win the popular vote? He won the presidency. Here he is. I said, that was terrible. I said, and we won the popular vote by a lot. We didn't want to play any games. This has been a much different. We had a great first term. We had the greatest economy in history, but this one's going to blow it away. Already it's blowing everything away. We have $18 trillion coming into our country, blowing everything away. But we had a great first term. We rebuilt the military. You know, Biden gave a little chunk of it to Afghanistan brilliantly. He left tanks and planes and, you know, little things. I said, why didn't you fly the planes out? He said, well, nobody thought of it. You could have flown. He said, it's very hard to remove the equipment. Really? You couldn't fly an airplane? They buy $150 million brand new airplane. Sir, I think it's better to leave it. Why? It's more cost effective. So we leave them a brand new jet. I said, these people are crazy. But we have it under control now like you've never seen, and our military has never been stronger. And you saw that with the B-2 bombers in Iran, and you saw it recently with Venezuela, where we're getting along fantastically with leadership, but really become a great relationship. I don't think there's been anything quite like it ever In fact, we have 50 million barrels of oil floating right now over to Houston, and we're working with them really well. I don't think I've ever seen anything. The cooperation that we have and it's great for them because they were in big trouble economically, and yet they have more oil than any other country in the world, I think, except us. But they have more oil just about than any. And by the way, us and them, we have 68% of the world's oil. Now, I know that doesn't mean too much to people of great religion. I know you want to hear about, but we got to keep our country strong, and we're doing really good. But that's been an amazing operation. I would say when people saw that, I was just talking to a great leader from El Salvador, and he said, "Man, that was some attack. I've never seen anything like that one." Right? Right? That was good, even by your high standard, right? That was a hell of an attack. But we have a great country. We have tremendous leaders. We have a fantastic cabinet. We have unbelievable bench, and one of them is Attorney General Pam Bondi, who may be here. Where's Pam? Is she here? Where? Where are you, Pam? Where? See, she wants to keep it nice and low key. You're really catching fire, by the way, Pam. They were saying about Kristi Noem yesterday. I did the Super Bowl interview. Sir, are you going to relieve Kristi Noem of her duties? No. Oh. I said, why would I do that? We have the strongest border in the history of our country. We have the best crime numbers we've ever had. Going back to the year 1900, that's 125 years, we have the lowest crime numbers, despite the fact that this horrible, world's worst president, this is the worst president we've ever had, Biden. He had no idea he was president, so he doesn't take it personally. I don't want him to take it personally. Fortunately, he has no idea what the hell I'm saying. And he's watching right now. He's happy with what I just said. Okay. This is what we had running our country. But no, he was our worst president. We had some bad ones. We had Obama was very bad, terrible divider of our country. He was a divider. And believe it or not, we're bringing the country together. You know what's bringing it together? Tremendous success. We're having tremendous success. We have more investment being made in our country now than any country has ever had by many times. You go back 10 years, a certain country, not us, $3 trillion. We have in 11 months, because the 12th month is coming out next week, we have $18 trillion of investment coming in. The biggest ever was 3 many years ago.